Christian athlete this week is Michael Porter Jr., a role player for Denver. I've had the pleasure of meeting Michael Porter a couple times. He played high school basketball here at Nathan Hale, which is down in the Seattle area. Super cool family, super nice guy. Had some back issues in college, was going to go to UW. Thank goodness he didn't. He ended up going to Missouri. Didn't work out very well there. Was dropped in the draft. Has now turned his career around. He's been a very good player. He has a couple quotes that I love to see. I see them every once in a while pop up on my socials. One of them is, I don't play this game for my own benefits. I play to inspire others and not be selfish with the gifts that God has given me. I think that's just really cool, because I think a lot of people will take their gifts and think that they're theirs. Like that they, oh yeah, I went to school and studied to do computer engineering. Yeah, but you also were never going to get there without the gifts that God gave you that you don't even think about. So I think the fact that he takes his game, obviously he's a top basketball player. He's in the NBA. He's very good in the NBA. To just kind of say that to people, and that's how he inspires. He wants to inspire people to play because of his own God-given gifts. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean he hasn't worked hard. He's worked his tail off. He's also 7 foot and can shoot the ball, so that does help.
Yeah.
That's your God-given gift, right? Like, he's 7 foot and he's super athletic, but he's just a class act. He's super nice. The other one I love that he says, at the end of the day, basketball doesn't matter, money doesn't matter, fame doesn't matter. The most important thing is my relationship with God. Which again, I think is cool, because I think you can get so wound up in pros, and like we just talked about, this money. I mean, the fact you're paying
so much
all these people, millions and millions. Jason Tatum's making whatever $50-something million a year to play basketball is crazy. But I think that that's something kind of cool, where you just see a player who's not so like flashy, and I believe from what I've read, he does donate quite a bit of money to
That's cool.
To like local food shelters and stuff in the Denver area to try to help out the community. I know he's helped out with things up here. He hasn't been up here in a little bit, but I just think he's a humble kid. He's been through a lot. He had the back issue where they were gonna, like, you might not be able to play again. Now he, has been blessed by God to be able to play again, and obviously he's taking full advantage of it. He has won a championship. He's a great role player. He's done a very good job, and it's still, at the end of the day, his main focus is his relationship with God, which I think is really cool.
That connects a lot last week with John Wooden. I can't remember the exact quote, but I know part of it was like, talent is God-given. Fame is self-given? Or is other-given? Something like that. Yeah. But it's funny how what he's saying is an example of what John Wooden was 100% talking about. So he's an example of what John Wooden wanted to see. So someone that has used their talent to not only to the fullest extent that he can, but to honor God.
Yeah, and I think it's just, I think it can be hard when you get that kind of money and you just realize, hey, I want to go get a fancy car or go do this or go do that. You can do what you want. And you do see a lot of players that, end up going broke and end up doing whatever. And then you also see a lot of players who, take that money and invest it and put things back into their cities and their communities and try to help out. And I think it can be a game changer. If
a lot of good can come from it.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah. That was my athlete I picked. I thought that kind of flowed well into that with all the basketball stuff, too much money in the NBA, and then to talk about how, Michael Porter just seems to want to be
a good human.
Yeah, well, just be in a good relationship with God and inspire people to play with what he's been able to give. Now, it doesn't mean that if you're not 7 foot, you can't go to the NBA. It does help.
I've played, so.
Basketball. He's played basketball.
Interpret that how you want.
Not in the NBA.
It's okay.
Or college.
They're calling me
or
soon.
Maybe high school.
Wow. Yeah.
Tough.
Thanks for watching the Kind of Athletic podcast. Please make sure to like and subscribe on all of our social medias, and we will see you next week.